everyone, Dave here, Fit and Healthy Forever. Another video here today. I wanted to talk about protein and fibre. Now we've covered carbohydrates and fats, and carbs, fats and protein are known as the three macronutrients. Now there's a school of thought, myself included, that thinks that fibre is also a macronutrient because it's so important, but officially it's not classed as one. So we've done carbs and fats. I'm going to just tell you a bit about proteins and fibre, and then I'm going to try and tie it all together in some sort of way that you could probably put a diet together. So first of all, proteins, important component of the body. Every cell in the body has some sort of protein involvement, and approximately 75% of your body is made up of amino acids. Now your hair and nails are made of protein. Your body uses protein to build and repair tissues, and the amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Okay, don't go into too much depth of that because it's quite complicated. They also help to repair and build hormones and enzymes in the body, so they are very, very important. Now, your body can't store protein, so normally if you're taking too much it would excrete it. Now there's a lot of people think that that's hard on your kidneys. Not necessarily. If you were taking ridiculous amounts in, maybe, or if you've already got kidney problems, it could be, but generally no, it isn't. So when I try and tie it all together at the end, I'll give you an idea of how much protein you probably need to start taking in to give yourself an idea. Now the best sources are dairy, eggs and fish. Now these are mostly complete proteins, because your complete proteins, there's 21 amino acids that you need regularly in your diet. Now 9 of those are considered essential because your body can't make them. So if you're getting a variety of dairy, meat and fish, you will get all those amino acids in good quantities. It's when you're trying to take them from plant foods, cereal, stuff like that, you're not getting the full complement of what you need to build all the enzymes, the muscle tissue and so on and so forth. Now these amino acids, if you take them in with every meal, a little bit with every meal, you'll get a constant flow of amino acids in your body. Okay, so when you're looking to build muscle, you've got what's called branched chain amino acids. Now these are isoleucine, leucine and valine, and if you're not looking to build substantial amounts of muscle, you would get these within your protein intake. If you were looking to build serious size, you would need to take those in as an additional supplement, so to speak, because they are important in the muscle building process. Now there's some debate about how amount to consume daily. It varies from 0.36 grams per pound of body weight to 0.8 and even as high as 1 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. Now my intake is around 0.8, so approximately for 180 pound of body weight I take in about 150 grams, perhaps a tiny bit more. I'm still building muscle with that, but albeit a lot slower, because if you start taking too many in, at the end of the day they are calories, and excess calories you will put the wrong type of weight on. So if you're just looking to get healthy and fit and you're not necessarily looking to build a lot of muscle, I'll give you an idea of what you need to take in shortly. Now the benefits of a protein rich diet, it helps to speed recovery after exercise. So I hope everyone out there is looking to do some sort of exercise. When you've done an intense exercise session, you need to recover quickly. That can be done by getting, if you're the sort of person who takes carbohydrates in, then you need to get carbohydrates and protein into your system straight after. You've only got a short window of opportunity, roughly about 90 minutes, where you need to take in enough to get your recovery going again. It's your immune system, not the muscles, that need the recovery. Now it helps prevent muscle loss, the amount of protein you take in, to also build lean muscle, and it also curbs hunger, because a bit like fibre, it makes you feel full for longer. So it's going to help you to feel satiated, so you won't need to be eating in between meals necessarily. And proteins are actually long chain amino acids, so they're in chains that have to be broken down in the body. When you're using things like whey protein isolate, which is a supplement, those are quicker to get in your system. You don't necessarily need to use that. This is for people who are serious about building muscle. Eating too little protein can potentially cause sluggish metabolism, low energy levels, trouble building muscle, slow wound healing. So if you get wounds that are not healing as quickly as you think they should, it's normally lack of protein or quality protein in your diet, and also low immunity with the immune system. So that's how important protein is in your body. Now, if we move on to fibre, I think, and a lot of people also think, as I said, this is the fourth macronutrient. It is that important. You need dietary fibre in the form of insoluble and soluble fibre, which I'll go into in a minute. Dietary fibre is a form of carbohydrate which does not get digested. Therefore, it passes through the system untouched, and it cleans out the system, basically your intestinal system, cleans it all through and helps with your stool and other things like that to get out of your body. It's known as non-glycemic. Now, in a previous video when I talked about the glycemic index, because fibre isn't digested, it's classed as non-glycemic. So it doesn't matter what sort of fibre you eat, it's not going to spike insulin if you think that it's maybe a high glycemic. It's not, it's non-glycemic. Now, it slows digestion, so if you eat fibre with a protein meal, it will help to slow down the digestion of protein and also carbs and also fats in your body when you eat a meal. If you're eating glucose, so the sort of like a fast-acting carb, it will slow that down to some degree. So that's a little tip. If you're eating, for whatever reason you eat fast-digesting carbs, if you take some fibre with it, normally that will slow down the digestion, won't spike your insulin as much as it would not using fibre. It speeds up the transit through the intestine, as I said, and removes waste products and toxins from your body as well. Now, it also regulates bowel action and can reduce the risks of some cancers. Increase fibre gradually so as not to cause stomach issues. If you suddenly jump from taking 10 grams a day to 30 to 40 grams a day, you might get a little bit of diarrhea or intestinal problems, stomach problems. Increase anything gradually. Whatever you're doing with your diet, you increase gradually. You need to take in 30 to 40 grams of fibre a day. I would hazard a guess that the majority of the nation are lucky if they get 15. People don't look at fibre as important. It is very, very important. You need to take it in. Get as close to 30 as you can and just above if possible. Excuse me. It's difficult because a lot of it comes from vegetables, salad vegetables, things like the skin on apples, and that's really good for fibre. The skin on pears. But to get, if you try to count up the amount you take a day, I'll guarantee most people are not getting anywhere near 30 grams unless you take a fibre supplement, which I'll go into in a minute. Also, when you're taking in fibre, make sure you stay well hydrated. It needs to be hydrated to go through your system. So don't take fibre if you're not hydrated properly, because it will cause problems again. Women, they say, can get away with a bit less, 20 to 30 grams a day. I think they probably need as much as men do. It wouldn't do any harm. Up to about 40 grams is pretty good for anybody. It will keep your system running properly, stop any sort of issues you get with stool or waste products, toxins. It will get them all through your body, because that's what fibre does. Now, it also helps with diseases such as diabetes and weight gain, because it helps you to feel fuller for longer. So you're not going to eat as much when you're taking in the proper amount of fibre. And also, as regards diabetes, if you're taking in, as I said earlier, sugary carbs a lot, this will help to slow the digestion, which won't give you as much of an insulin spike as it would without fibre. Now also, to get more fibre, as I said earlier, vegetables, salads, pulses like beans, chickpeas, lentils, leave the skins on potatoes, eat nuts and seeds, things like chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, linseeds, they are packed full of fibre, packed full, and you can put those on things like your porridge, your cereal. If you're the sort of person who eats desserts, you can put them in your dessert. It's quite an easy way to get your fibre in, but you've just got to be a little bit creative in the way you do this. Don't trust to food labels when you're buying tin food, especially which is processed. You'll get very little fibre from things like that. Now, soluble fibre, which dissolves in water, is found in things like oats, peas, beans, apples, citrus fruits, carrots, barley and psyllium husk. You can buy psyllium husk as a powder form from a good place like a supplement store like Holland & Barrett or Armstrong, something like that. It's not expensive, and you can put it in protein drinks or smoothies or whatever you want to get your extra fibre in. Insoluble fibre doesn't dissolve, it forms a sort of gel. It's found in whole wheat flour, wheat bran, nuts, beans, vegetables such as collie, green beans and potatoes. So your soluble fibre can help to lower blood pressure, cholesterol, glucose, and it forms, as I say, like a gel. Insoluble fibre promotes the movement of material through your digestive system, your stool bulk, benefits anyone suffering with constipation or irregular stools. So, putting this all together, if you wanted to put your own nutritional strategy together, the way I've always worked this, and I can't say there's science behind this, but it's the way I've always worked it. You need to monitor, you find out what your basic metabolic rate is as regards calories. So how many calories you use per day without exercising or doing anything else. The quickest way I know, or a way of estimating that, if you take your body weight in pounds, so for argument's sake, 140 pound person, 140 pounds, add a naught on the end, 1400 calories. That is a starting point. Now, you need to monitor that for 2 to 3 weeks to see whether you're putting weight on, losing weight or staying the same. Then you adjust accordingly. Probably by about, if you're putting a lot of weight on, I would drop that down 200 calories. If you're staying roughly the same, drop it down about 100. If you're looking to lose weight, if you want to put weight on, I'd go up 200 to 300 at a time and monitor it again. Once you've found what works for you with regards to your goals of putting weight on, maintaining weight or losing weight, you can almost eyeball your portions. Once you've measured them out for a few days, you can eyeball what your portions are. And so you don't have to measure everything forevermore. You'll get used to what it looks like, the size of a portion of meat, a portion of rice or potatoes or your cereals, whatever it is you eat, you'll get used to what that is. Now, if you're looking again, taking a 140 pound person as a basis, you'll need, I would take in roughly 0.5 gram of carbs per pound of body weight, the same with your proteins, and the rest you take in as fats. Now, you'll be taking in more fats than you're probably used to, because you've got 4 calories in a gram of carbohydrates, 4 calories in a gram of protein, but you've got 9 calories in a gram of fats. So bear that in mind. If you took a 140 pound person, I'm saying 1400 calories, I've got the figures here. If you took 70 grams of carbs in, times by 4, because there's 4 calories in a gram, is 270 calories. The same with protein, sorry, 280 calories, 280 again, that's 560. And then if you took about 90 grams of fats in, that would take you up to about 1370 calories. That's roughly your 1400. And then, as I say, you monitor that over 2 to 3 weeks. And if you can see whether you're going up, down or staying the same, you can adjust accordingly. The reason I'm asking you to do it this way is because there is no one size fits all. You can't, unless you're working with somebody on a one-to-one basis, you can't just say everybody do this, everybody do that, because everyone is different. Your metabolisms are different. Someone who's very, very slim, lean, has a fast metabolism would need a lot more calories than someone who's stocky and puts weight on quite easily. So you've got to assess your own situation. But if it means something to you to get yourself leaner or put weight on, whichever you're looking to do, and stay fit and healthy with it, try it this way. It takes a bit of creativity at first, but as I say, once you get it down, you can then eyeball your portions and you can carry food with you. As I've said in past videos, it's easy to carry nuts, seeds, boiled eggs, things like that. It doesn't take a lot of preparation. So when you're out and about, you can creatively find stuff to eat. Don't rely on getting something to eat while you're out, because at the end of the day you'll end up going to McDonald's or Subway or somewhere like that, and it won't be the best quality food. So I hope this helps. It's the same for someone who's 160 pounds, 180 pounds or 200 pounds. Add a note on the end, break it down to roughly half a gram of carbs per pound of body weight, half a gram of protein, and the rest, if you divide by 9, will give you the grams of fats. Now, as I say, that the carbs and the protein may be on the low side for some people. Depending on your activity, if you're the sort of person who takes in a lot of carbs and burns them off, you may want to up that a bit. And possibly don't drop your fats too low. As I've said in previous videos, you need fats, you need them. So don't drop those too low. So play around with it. As I say, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing properly. For me, going to places like Weight Watchers and Slimming World is not a long-term, it's a short-term fix at best. So you need to look at this is all about staying fit and healthy. So I'm not going to tell you to do something that's not going to keep you fit and healthy, but it may be taking a bit more of your creativity to get to where you want to be. But it is worth doing in the end. So thanks everyone for listening. Until the next video, stay fit and healthy forever. And as always, like, subscribe, and leave any comments you want to, and I'll get back to you. Thank you very much.